We are live. Just going to wait a couple minutes for everyone else to get in here. Starting early. We got a lot to get to. Please save all questions on any individual games till the very end. I'm going to go through each game as quickly as possible, share all the information I have. So let's just wait a minute, let everyone dive in. Finally figured out what to do with all the volume. Me and Johnny were talking about it. It only took us 7 years, but we got it down. Where do you start? Actually, today's. So volume will forever, ever be down. Thanks to the Steam sheet. That's up now. Let me see what we have in there. All right. Let everybody pile in. Welcome. Good morning. We got to make some money. Let's go. I lost money in college football. That's rare. There's been 13 weeks. We won 10 of those. I mean, that's more than you could expect, but still coming off of losing college football. A little pissed too, because Utah State, as subscribers know, I had 4% on Utah State, 1% Utah State money line. That was supposed to be the 5%. But the adjustment they made on that Air Force game based on the quarterback situation just wasn't warranted. Now, I know they got blown out, but I'm telling you, if they were playing that game again tomorrow, I would place that exact same bet. The line was just way too high. All right, nothing new has come in. Good morning. All right, we're going to wait another 2 minutes, and then we're diving in. Steam sheet is up. So far, for premium subscribers, we have 4% in the NFL, 3%. And then we have 2 college basketball as well. Steam sheet has 4 NFL. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 college basketball, 4 NBA, 2 NHL, and player props will be coming for those guys too. So we will wait another minute, then we will start at the top. You guys know how we do it. We bet size 0.25 of the rating. Our rating is between 1% and 5%. We don't bet 5% on a bet, because if you got $1,000 bankroll and you're betting 50 a game, you're going broke. That's just the math. That's not my opinion. That's just how the math plays out. That's why 99.5% of sports betting accounts have negative lifetime earnings. Can you imagine that? 99.5% of every sports betting account that's ever been opened has lost money. That's insane. And I bet a lot of those guys were sharp. It shows you, even if you're sharp, even if you have winning information, even if you have an algorithm that produces better implied win probabilities than the market, if you don't manage risk correctly, you're fucked. There's nothing's going to make money for you. It's wild. So that's why we stick to 0.25. That's it. We're never betting ever more than 1.25% of bankroll. In fact, in college football, I'm number 1 in profit, over 100 units of profit made. And we've only bet 5 times. We bet more than 1% of our bankroll, just 5 times. So on average, we bet almost 1%, between 0.75 and 1% of bankroll. That's it. That's how you overcome negative fluctuation. But we are ready to go. You guys know how we do it. You know the bet sizing. We don't have time to waste this week. We're going to dive right in. Save all questions about individual games till the very end. I'm going to go game by game. I'm going to share all the info I have, whether I'm betting it, whether we're betting it. And the teasers will come also those final 15 minutes. And I will explain the new Steam sheet. I'm telling you now, if you're handicapping your own stuff, if you like volume to help you narrow down your card, you're going to want to be on the Steam Sheet list. If you're a subscriber, you're already getting that. I 110% gave my word that we will follow through with this and the volume will be lowered like it should be so that the premium guys are only getting the gold, like those 4% and up. But there's so much good information to use. Like yesterday, I thought I left so many winners on the table, but then I looked in the Steam Sheet and I'm like, cool, at least they got them. At least they got them. Like there was a lot of plays that I liked, but I'm not going to send out 70 freaking premium moves. So let's get this going. It's 9 o'clock. We got an hour, so let's make some fucking money. All right? And don't forget, the coupon will be up. Whoever's rolling this, put up the coupon so they could get on the Steam Sheet because there's a lot of handicappers on this call. I know it. I know it. All right. Start off at the top. Get your odds logic screen up. You should have your odds logic screen up, or at the very least, wagertalk.com, free odds. I used to pay I was going to say $500 a month, but that's not true. I was paying like $200 a month for that exact service that's free. The zero delay was $500 a month. Once I had an acquired a bankroll, I did pay for that. But the one that's at Wager Talk, the free odds screen, that's enough for probably 80% of bettors. The other 20%, it's worth it for them to have an odds logic. Like it pays for itself. Just the information, one injury information that comes across the screen that you beat the NBA in covers the month. Like, because all those moves are all injury related. So let's dive right in. Start off with, all right, David, we're going to have to address this. We don't need a big day. No day should be any different than any other. We bet size the same. That's it. Yesterday, we lost in college football. It's only the third week out of 13. We're up over 100 units. We don't have to win anything today. If you're not up in college football, you're doing it wrong. That's just the bottom line. So, again, that's not to call you out, sir. I appreciate it. But you should never wake up feeling like I have to win today. I have to win. That means you're over betting. You're over betting your bankroll. It should not matter whether you win today, tomorrow, next week. You should know I have the edge. I bet size correctly. When the dust settles, I'm going to be ahead. If you're betting for profit, you have to acquire that approach, that mindset. Otherwise, I urge you to do it for fun. Do it for entertainment. It's the one entertainment where you have a chance to win some money. Like other entertainment, if you like to go to strip clubs, you like to shoot pool, you like to go to movies, that's all going to cost you money. But if you're betting for entertainment, you're going to win sometimes. But if you're actually betting for profit, if you're going to invest your hard-earned money and you're using it as an investment vehicle, you owe it to yourself to do it the right way. Or else, honestly, I don't want you betting. Like there's so much other shit you could be doing with your money. Save that money. Invest it. Invest it. Most of you guys are young. You have time as your biggest asset. You don't even have to pick any particular stock. You don't have to be right about the market. You have nothing but time. Just buy a low fee index fund that covers the market and just put money in there every month for the next 10 years. When you look back 20 years later, you'll have made a nice nest egg for yourself. Do that with your money before you gamble it. The sports books don't need it. The casinos don't need it. I promise you, I look out that window, they're doing just fine because 99.5% of accounts lose. We don't want that. We don't want that. We're doing something different. So we got to approach it the right way. Again, 0.25% of the rating. Start off Pittsburgh, Chicago. Look ahead in this game was 2.5. We're still looking at 2.5. Why? Rodgers isn't playing. Something's wrong here. The drop off to Rudolph's significant. Just look at the passer rating for this year. Something's wrong. Or else we should be on Chicago. We're supposed to be on Chicago right now at -2.5. But something stinks. That's why we're passing on Chicago. We're passing on Chicago, okay? Also, I liked the over in this game. I like the over in this game, but as the steam sheet knows, the under got steamed. Now, I think that was related to the Rodgers call, but still. So, all done. Let's get the glasses going. It's a serious time. All right, so there's a pass there. We're not betting anything Pittsburgh, Chicago. Technically, you could tease Pittsburgh. We'll see if that's still available when it's time to make our plus EV teasers. Now, Jets, Baltimore. Okay? Not a big move either off the look ahead. What's going on here, right? You have Baltimore open 14.5. That was the look ahead, and 44.5. It's now 14. It got down to 13.5 at some point. Here's what happened at 13.5. If you have the steam sheet, you already know. They took Baltimore minus 13.5. So that got steamed. Sharp money on Baltimore minus 13.5. That's why you're looking at 14s. But it's one of those games where now you have the public and the sharps on the same side when you're talking with Baltimore and the Jets. And here's the thing about the Jets. Not only are they bottom 5 in offense and defense efficiency, but they're bottom 5 in strength of schedule. That's how bad the Jets are. So they've had the 25th toughest strength of schedule, and yet they are in the bottom 5 in both offense and defense. This team is very weak. We look at Baltimore. They've had a top 10 strength of schedule. They got a top 10 offense. They got a top 15 defense. Baltimore's going to spank this team. I'm tempted to lay the third. See, here's the difference. If we didn't have the steam sheet, right now I would probably be sending out Baltimore as a 2-3% play, minus 13.5. But not going to do it. It's already on the steam sheet, so I don't have to. The information's out there. I like the Baltimore side. I like Baltimore minus the 13.5. I have a little piece of it because I got down on it for the gentleman that asked for it. But I don't have that conviction to use with subscribers. So I didn't have to. As far as the total, I like the over. I like the over a little bit. But that also got steamed under at 45.5. If you got the steam sheet, you already know. At 45.5, it got steamed under. Now, on to the next game. Thank you, Mark. Thank you, brother. Giants, Detroit. I'm on the Giants here. Let me explain, please, before you argue. Let me explain, okay? The look ahead was 11.5. The very first move was down to 10.5. So the very first move was on the Giants. Then we started seeing the Detroit money come in. And obviously the Jameis Winston situation. And now they're 14-point favorites. Well, shit. See, look at that. Baltimore's getting steamed right now. Baltimore right now, the 13.5s will be gone. If you like Baltimore, you bet it right now at 13.5. That will not be there any longer. That much I promise you. Guys I'm working with are hitting it right now. You're going to see 14 minus 120. And then maybe even 14.5. I should be sending out minus 13.5 right now. I don't have to. It's already out there. Subscribers already have it. That's all I care about, bro. Honestly, sure, I'd like to have the record so I could promote it. But all I give a shit about is that you actually make money doing this. When the year's over, if you made money doing this, I don't give a shit about being able to promote nonsense. I could give 2 fucks. I want the guys that partner with me and work with me to actually make money doing this. So I don't need to get credit when Baltimore goes out there and blows the Jets out. I don't need that 3% added to my results. As long as you guys got down on it and it cashes, we're gold. So just letting you know, I'm on Baltimore right now. at minus 13.5. And oh, looky, circa minus 14, minus 120. Minus 14, minus 120. I don't know anything about the F1, Jay. Here's what early in the week, I saw F1 Steam. I bet it, obviously, because they do good with motorsports, cricket, soccer, like tennis, golf. They do really good with those bets. So I'm going to piggyback it. I don't handicap it. I don't handicap F1. But here's what happens. I guess when they had the qualifying, the dude we bet must not have done good in qualifying, because all of a sudden his odds changed drastically. So instead of being able to get 4-1, you could get like 12-1. That's when I knew it was a loser. It's what you get with the futures, but just keeping it real. I don't handicap the stuff myself. I don't handicap F1 or even NASCAR, but I do piggyback gold because they win. They win. And I share it. It was during the time I was doing bet on it, so I'm going to share it. Again, when you lose, you're going to eat crow when you put your opinion out there. When you're right, though, it's good. You make some people some money. So, we're on the New York Football Giants. As of today, you can only bet the Giants. You can't bet Detroit. Even if Detroit goes out there and wins by 50 fucking points, it's a terrible bet. This is what you have to learn. If you're betting Detroit today minus 14, you're doing it wrong. I'm telling you now. If Detroit goes out there and wins by 50 and you cash your ticket, you're doing it wrong. Here's why. Because Detroit last Sunday was minus 11.5. Monday morning, they were minus 10.5. Wednesday or Tuesday, forgive me, they were minus 10. Wednesday, they were minus 11. Thursday, minus 11. Friday, minus 12. What are you waiting for? What the fuck are you waiting for? To lay 14? Like, you know what? Nah, I don't want to lay 11. I don't want to wait 12. I'm going to wait till Sunday. I'm going to lay 14. What are you doing? You're exactly that guy that bought Bitcoin a couple weeks ago at 126 because the internet told him it's going to 250 by the end of the year. And Santa Claus Rally is going to get it to 250. And now you have a decision to make. You know why? Because you bought at the top. And you could have easily looked at your chart and realized, oh my God, this is the highest it's ever been. And you came to the party late. When you wake up this morning, you look and Bitcoin's at 85. You, my friend, have a decision to make. And the reason's obvious. You invested from a position of weakness. You FOMO'd in. You had the fear of missing out. So you bought late. You came to the party late. And what happens now? It's at 85. You're already down 30, 40% on your money. What do? Oh, now you're in the hope business? We're now going to hope that Bitcoin turns around? We're not in the hope business, brother. We're not in the hope business. We're in the certainty business. And right now, at minus 14, you're hoping Detroit goes out there and wins. At minus 11, 11.5, 12, you're in the certainty business because you got closing line value. And next time in 2025 that someone tells you closing line value doesn't matter, dude, walk away. Walk away and call them an idiot, a mathematical idiot, a dilettante at that, just faking it. Because let me explain something to you. Here's a promo I found this morning, okay? A promo at a very big sports book, MGM, pretty big, right? Minus 110 is what we pay for betting sides, right, in the NFL. Well, guess what? If you bet, I think 2 hours, up until 2 hours before kickoff, you only have to lay minus 102. So here's what they're telling you. When you have to lay minus 110, okay, we all have to lay minus 110. We have to hit 52.4% to break even. So we got to hit 52.5% just to have a sliver of profit, not to be a loser, okay? At minus 102, what MGM's offering, you only have to hit 50.5%. So that's 2% less. They're giving you a 2% edge in implied win probability. Well, we all know the MIT card counting group, They had a 2% edge on the house also. They made movies about them. They wrote books about them. And we're still talking about them 20, 30 years later. That's how hard it is to get that kind of edge over the house. Well, MGM's giving it to you if you just wait to bet now. Now. That's why closing line value matters so much. That's why books determine whether you're going to beat them by your ability to beat the closing line. Because that means you already got out ahead of the market. And if you're getting ahead of the market, you're going to be profitable. That's the bottom line. So getting back to Detroit and the Giants, nothing more important than that. And listen, I could lose my Giants bet. I'll take it. Detroit could go out there and win by 40. They're the best team in the NFL, top 3 power rating. But it ain't a good fucking bet. That's the bottom line. I'm in the business of placing good bets. Bad bets win all the time. I live across the street from a casino. In fact, next week I'm moving into a casino, my new home. And I watch bad bets win all the time. And I watch good bets lose all the time. Here's the difference. If you keep placing good bets, you'll make money. You'll become wealthy. If you keep placing bad bets, you're going broke. That's a mathematical certainty. It's just a matter of time. So let's place good bets. Boom, boom. Let's go. We're on to New England and Cincinnati. Luckily, we already placed a bet on this game, right? Who do we got? We got Cincinnati plus 8.5. My job's done. My subscribers got exactly what they pay me for, to get them ahead of the market, to put them in a position to win, to have them place bets from a position of strength. That's the best I could do for you. I can't play the game. I can't make the calls. I can't be a ref and blow it. Nothing. I'm not a judge in MMA. I'm not a coach. I'm not the offensive coordinator. I'm none of those things. I have zero control. I have one power. Place good bets. That's it. Can I place good fucking bets? And there's a way to tell. Here's a way to tell. You know how there's a way to tell? If you just laid minus 13.5, like I told you in Baltimore, and you look up right now and at Bet Online, you got to lay 14 minus 115. At Circa, you got to lay 14 minus 120. That's how you could tell whether you placed a good bet. The games, there's randomness, bro. Shit's going to happen. Someone's going to get hurt. Someone's going to fumble a ball. A coach is going to make a bad fucking play call. A ref's going to blow a holding call. That shit's going to happen. That's going to happen. But placing good bets long-term gets home the money. Cincinnati, New England, back to business, because I don't have all day, neither do you. Now, we have New England faded here at plus 8.5. Now, if you're asking, will I take it at 7.5? I would just place a smaller bet. I like the Cincinnati side. Power rating wise, I only have New England winning this game by 4. New England has they're only 15th in offensive efficiency. They're out of the top 10 in defensive efficiency. And they had the 32nd toughest schedule. So New England's had the easiest schedule in all the NFL. And they're barely in the top 15 offense and defense. So that tells me this team's gotten very, very lucky. Cincinnati's had a very, much, tougher schedule. They've managed to have the 12th most efficient offense. It's the defensive side of the ball that they've had problems. They are the weakest defense. They're at home. And remember, the New England Patriots barely top 15 with a 32nd strength of schedule. So the offense that Cincinnati's facing today is going to be a lot easier for them than prior. So I like our position on Cincinnati. I know they haven't been winning games, but if you look, they've lost 3 straight games, but 2 of those 3 were by combined 6 points. Had they won those games or covered those games, we'd be looking at a much different number. Okay. Now, as far as the total goes, over, that's what is being bet. The public loves the over in that game. Let me see anything new come in. Don't you love this shit? Like there's nothing. If I had to do another job, I would do this on my day off. How good is this? Like, how good do we have it? Fuck me. God bless America. What a country. What a country. Thank God. Thank you, Lord. Thank you. Allow me to make a living doing what I love. Talking to these great people on Sunday morning. All right. All right. Where are we at? We are at Seattle and Tennessee. Let's talk Seattle, Tennessee. Let me gather my information real quickly. All right. Seattle, Seattle, Seattle. Okay. I don't like this game. I don't know about you guys, but I don't like this game. It's got ugly written all over. All right, let's look at that. What was that look ahead line here? See, the look ahead was 12, 12 and a half. It got to 13, 13 and a half. Now back to 12 and a half. So we know it attracted sharp money on Tennessee plus 13 and a half. How do we know? Because it's been in the steam sheet since Friday. The first inaugural steam sheet had Tennessee plus 13 and a half. Right now, my sharpest book just moved it to 12. So that's a great bet. Tennessee plus 13 and a half is a great bet. Now, is it going to win? That's the question. Let's dig in. Let's dig in. Let's see. What do we know about Tennessee? Don't say they suck because we already know that. But here's what we know. Tennessee had the number one toughest schedule in all of the NFL. All of the NFL. But offensively, they're 30th. Defensively, they're 29th. So is that a product of the strength of schedule or is that a product of them sucking? Because they're pretty bad results for Tennessee. But toughest strength of schedule. Now, Seattle, they're top 5 defense offense, top 10 defense, and they had an average strength of schedule, about 15th in the NFL. So they've outperformed based on an average schedule. So we know Seattle's legit, right? We know Seattle's legit. But they're coming off a loss, heartbreaking, to division rival Rams after winning 4 straight, and they covered that game. And now they have Minnesota up next. Bro, this is a letdown game for Seattle. Where I have Tennessee, they've been playing tight the last 2 weeks. They've showed some effort at home, right? If I'm going to back Tennessee, I'm going to back them here. They haven't won yet. They need to win at home. And look at Seattle. They're splits. They've done better on the road than at home. That don't make any sense. Something's wrong. Something's wrong. If I could get 13, I'm taking Tennessee. I'm putting them down. They may be a late by a half a point. But we may be looking at that Tennessee side. I know it's scary. I know. Don't worry. Let's keep moving. Let's get at least all the early games. A lot of good late games. I'll tell you real quickly. I'm already leaning Arizona, Vegas, Saints. Those 3 I'm already leaning. But we're only at Minnesota and Green Bay. So let's go. Minnesota, Green Bay. Here's what we know. Look ahead. 5.5 on Green Bay. 42.5. Went up to 6, 6.5. Then back to 6. Total continued dropping after the first hit up. It's come down. So that's what we got with Minnesota and Green Bay. Now, as far as the matchup goes, it's a big favorite in Green Bay for a divisional opponent. These two, we have Minnesota sitting at 4-6, 20th strength of schedule, barely top 15 defense, not even a top 15 offense. Let's look at Green Bay. Problem is they've had a really easy strength of schedule, so we don't know. I mean, they've had the 30th toughest strength of schedule. So, yeah, they've had the top 15 offense. Big deal with that schedule. Defense is great. You know, they're like 7th or 8th defensively. But it's the 30th toughest strength of schedule. It's a little worrisome laying those points, right? I couldn't do it. Let's look. Let me look. Let me dig a little deeper. Yeah, I couldn't do it. I know there's sharp money on the under, definite steam on the under. Green Bay, Minnesota. Let me share that with them in the steam sheet. 251 under. I don't really like the side. I don't really like the side anywhere. God, Minnesota's just not playing good, man. I mean, they've lost 4 of their last 5 games. They haven't covered in a long time. But look at Green Bay. The books have done such a great job pricing Green Bay. This is a team that's 6-3 straight up, but they're 3-7 against the spread. Wow. They're 6-3-1 straight up, 3-7 against the spread. Books have done a great, great job of defending themselves against Green Bay. Yeah, that's a stay away for us. That's a stay away. Now, Indianapolis at Kansas City, I don't have to tell you. We're already on Kansas City -3. We did our job because right now at the sharpest shop that I watch, they're at -4 juice. That's the bets. That's how you place bets, good bets. Do I want Kansas City to win? Absolutely. Do I give a fuck? Not really. I did my job. I don't know what they're going to do, bro. Hopefully they do theirs, but I don't know. I did mine. My job's to place good bets. I can't do anything else. And my subscribers are on Kansas City -3, and they're on over 49. So I'm good with that. I'm good with that. Yes, sir. The total, I did that standalone video. Love you guys too. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. I always make sure I see the comments. I appreciate you guys more than I can tell you. It hypes me up. I love hanging out. I love hanging out. All right. What a game, right? Indianapolis, Kansas City. Wow. That's the early one too. Thank you, Chris. Thank you, bro. God bless you, man. Thank you. Oh, let's do Jacksonville, Arizona. I want to give you a bet here because I like this game. Let's do Jacksonville, Arizona. Now, I'm already on the under. We're on under 48. It's good at 47. I would just place a smaller bet. That's actually in the steam sheet. We gave it to the steam sheet as a 4%, but 3% at 30 at 47. Okay. Now, Arizona is definitely going to make a good teaser at 2.5. That's for sure. And remember, guys, let me teach you something about teasers. There's only one teaser you should be placing. That's a 6-point NFL teaser on sides. You should not tease basketball, NBA, or college. You should not tease college football. And you should not tease NFL totals. All of those other things have been already proven to be negative EV. So men much smarter than myself that are mathematicians sat down and they looked at every possible way that you can attack a teaser. And they found one way to be actually profitable for the player, like card counting. But you have to stick to the exact rules, like card counting. But if you do this, you have the edge over the house, like card counting. And this is what you need to do to tease. 6-point NFL teaser. You can't lay more than 125. That's why books are now charging 130 because it's no longer profitable. So again, 6-point teaser, only up to 125. And you're going to go through these numbers, 3, 6, and 7. So your teaser only needs to go through those 3 numbers. So here's what you're doing. You're teasing up underdogs of 1.5, 2, and 2.5 points because you're taking them up to plus 7.5, 8, or 8.5. Or you're teasing down favorites of 7.5, 8, and 8.5. You're bringing them down to 1.5, 1.5. Okay, 2.5 to 1.5. Forgive me. Doing that gives you an edge over the house. At minus 110, you have like a 4% edge. At minus 125, which probably most of you guys are laying, you still have about almost 2% edge. That's huge. That's money. So don't tease teams. Only use your teaser if you can go through those numbers. Please, I'm telling you, you'll save more money. You'll lose less or win more by just straight betting as opposed to teasing. Because you think those 6 points are helping you. Those 7 points are helping you. They're not. The average NFL game ends 10.2 points off the spread. So even though we're amazed when the game lands near, and we're like, wow, how did Vegas know they had -3 and the game landed 20-17? That's amazing. But on average, they're 10 points off. That's why the 6-point teasers don't help. And before you say, yeah, but what about the 10-point teaser, Ace? Well, that's why they charge that vig to make sure it's not beatable. Believe me, the defense, the books have already done the math to make sure they don't have too many loopholes. I promise you that. Wow, 4.5 at Pinnacle. 4.5 at Pinnacle, dude. Holy shit. All right, let's go. Arizona, Jacksonville. Now, like I said, Arizona makes an awesome, awesome teaser. Hold on, I'm just looking at the latest info real fast. Okay. Jacksonville coming off a blowout win against the Chargers. Actually, about now they've won 2 of their last 3. Where Arizona's coming in limping, obviously. It's a team that's got 3 wins on the season. They've now lost, 7 of their last 8. But the spread becomes the great equalizer. And when I look at Arizona, here's what I see. Their first 5 losses, 9. Their first 5 losses were by combined 13 points. So by less than a field goal, they lost 5 games. Now, the last 2 have been blowouts, and that makes sense. It's against San Francisco, and it's against Seattle. And eventually, you lose those tight games, you're going to start quitting. The defense is going to start giving up on them. But I don't see how Jacksonville is a road favorite here. I mean, Jacksonville's had a solid top 10 strength of schedule, but they're bottom 10 defense. They're a bottom 10 defense. And you're going against Arizona, which, mid-tier offense. They've had a top 15 strength of schedule. The only thing I'm holding back is whether I'm just going to use them on a teaser instead. Let me make up my mind here. Wow. Good thing is we have till later. We don't have to make up our mind right away. It's a later game. But let me look. I'll go up after another one too for us. Yeah. Told you. Volume's going to go lower. That's a good thing. Okay. Yeah, I don't think I could take Arizona here. I don't think I could take Arizona at that number. Unfortunately. Let me look at the under. I do lean under. Oh, I gave out the under. I'm like, I like the under. It's a 4% play, under 48. Okay, so we already gave out the under. So that's good. That's good. All right, so we're on the under there. That's good. Okay. So we ain't got a Jones on Arizona. If I come up with a teaser, I'm going to tease it. Otherwise, I'm not going to fuck with it. I ain't going to mess with it. We're good, man. We're good. We're good. Right now, let me give you the top 5 passing success rates. That's the highest correlation as far as a stat to finding winners in the NFL. Number 1, Stafford and the Rams. Now you know why the Rams are my number 1 power rated team. Number 2, Indianapolis with Daniel Jones. Number 3, San Francisco with Mac Jones. Number 4, Seattle with Darnold. Number 5, New England with May. Number 6, Goff at Detroit. 7, Love, Green Bay. Mahomes is 8th. Allen, 9th. Jackson, 10th. What do all those have in common? They, except for Mahomes, who's at 5-5, all of them have a winning record, straight up. It's the highest correlation. And look at the guys at the bottom, the last 3. It's Cam Ward, J.J. McCarthy, and Dylan Gabriel. And those 3 are a combined 4-17. 4-17. If that tells you anything. Wow. Wow. Okay. Let me see. Now, you know we like, what's it called, right? Let me do it now for you guys. Let me knock it out. It's the next game. You ready? Let's go. Raiders in Cleveland. Raiders in Cleveland. Come on. LV in Cleveland. Now, I talked about this. If you watched last call, I talked minutes on this game, so I don't want to handicap it again. It's a boring game. So if you want to hear my handicap, watch last call. I talked about this game. Instead, let's do what's most important here. And that's cash a freaking ticket. Ooh. Hold on. Wait a minute. Hold on. We looking at a total too? Maybe. All right, we're betting the side now. I may be betting the total later, but we're betting the side now. You ready? Let's go. Raiders, Las Vegas Raiders. Here we could buy the 0.5 point at a discount. Gotta love it. Because it's 3.5 even money. Like, look at Circle. They're minus 3.5 even money. So you shouldn't be paying more than minus 120, 125. And this is good to 130. So make sure you buy that hook on the 3. Let me send this out to subscribers. It's good to minus 130. That's how much the 0.5 point's worth. There, you're not getting any plus EV at 30, but even up to minus 129, you are getting extra, getting a free discount. All right. 258, Las Vegas Raiders. Yes. All right. %. See, and this is exactly what my daily card should start looking like because of the Steam sheet, where we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 4%, 1 3%. That's it. We got 7 plays locked in. That's what I want to be seeing. And then on the Steam sheet, for those guys that handicap their own stuff, want all opinions, or even bet the crazy volume, you got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 more NFL plays there. And the player props will come out in the next 5 minutes. Yeah, Kansas City up to 4.5. Yes. 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 That's what we want to see. I get more happy when I see that than even final scores. Because there I know I did my job. Like, if the line moves the wrong way for me and I win, it doesn't feel good because I know I got lucky. I hate that feeling of I needed to get lucky to cash a ticket. I don't like it. Yeah, the only early game I'm still contemplating for a premium because we're good, I'm telling you now, is the Tennessee Titans. And I'm pretty sure I'm going to fire 3%. That's what the threes are for. Play just like that. Is it at 14? Nope. 12.5. Ooh, let's get it over with. Let's get it over with so then I could look at player props. I'm going to bet it. Steam Sheet already did. 3%. I'm buying the hook to 13. I mean, they're charging minus 105. Minus 102 at Caesars. You're getting it at minus 115 at 13 now. So how can I pass that up? At Pinnacle, it is 13. All right, that's a good card. That's a good card. 8 plays. Boom. All right. Get this bets in. And I'm going to look at player props. Oh, yeah, my sharp book's got 12. That's exactly what we want to see. Okay. I'm just looking through all the player props, guys, so I could put them out together. Come on. Loady fuck. Worst internet. All right. Bengals. Seahawks. We're on the tight ends. Who else? I just gave this guy $250 parlay to win 10,000. You got to throw those in there. You got to throw them in there. All right, let's get these player props in action. You'll get them as they're going now into the Steam sheet. So here we go. I'll call them out one by one. I got to go through this shit. All right, ready? First, Chase Brown. Chase Brown. Receiving yards. Under 32.5. Under 32.5 receiving yards. All right, next. I'm just giving you guys the strongest ones. Andre Iosivas. Andre Iosivas. Also, receiving yards. Under 36.5. Under 36.5. Minus 105. Don't worry, subscribers. This will all be on your Steam sheet, so don't worry. All right. Jackson Smith Jigba. Jackson Smith and Jigba. Receiving yards also under. You see a lot of unders. That's why these guys, they come in late, and after the public jacks them up, they take the unders. They take the unders. Under 96.5. All right. Keep going. Telling you, only the strongest ones. There won't be a ton. All right, we got a Daniel Jones. Daniel Jones rushing yards. Daniel Jones rushing yards. Daniel Jones rushing yards, no surprise, under 15.5. Under 15.5. Minus 105. All right. I'll give you guys one more. Tyler Warren. Longest reception, because then I'm doing teasers next. If we even have one, right? Longest reception, under 18.5. Minus 115. All right. Yeah, we're good. I think we covered them all. The strongest. All right. Good job. Good job. All right. Teaser time. Yeah. And subscribers, just look at your Steam sheet. Okay. Here we go. Plus EV teaser number 1. Arizona plus 8.5. With Atlanta plus 8.5, 7.5. And then we're going to bet the Saints probably later on the money line, believe it or not. I bet the win, dude. I just place bets. I don't cheer in teams, so I don't give a shit. Like, you'll be like, wait, how are you going to have it Atlanta and the Saints? Well, I'm going to have Atlanta plus 7.5. I'm going to have the Saints on the money line. And I'm either going to hit both or I'm going to split. But yeah, that's the teaser. That's the teaser I would play. Actually, I'm going to put that on the Steam sheet too. I'm not going to give it out as a premium, just so we don't have crazy volume. But I actually like it. I do. I'm betting it. NFL plus EV teaser is going to be 256. Arizona plus 8.5 with, actually, I may play this later. Atlanta. I may actually release this to subscribers later. I'm saying, I just realized it's a 4 o'clock game. All right. So that's 6-point teaser. Up to 125. Boom. In the Steam sheet. There it is. And we may be playing it just a little bit later. I'm not messing with Pittsburgh, brother. I'm not going to mess with Pittsburgh because I came in liking Chicago myself. But the line's telling me Pittsburgh. It is. So. $256, Arizona plus 8.5 with, who do we say? Atlanta, right? 259 plus 7.5. Boom. You're welcome, Dave. My pleasure, brother. My pleasure. My pleasure. All right. Any questions before we get out of here? Any particular games? Any particular game you want? I don't have any McCaffrey props that I saw, brother. I am seeing more steam on the under in Minnesota, Green Bay. The only reason I didn't bet it is because it was 43 a couple days ago. And I like at 43, it made a lot more sense than it does now at 41.5. We're on the Giants. I like that. Let me look fast now. I can't believe Kansas City is an early game, right? Yeah. I like the under in the Jets, Baltimore as well. Kind of lean under there. Philly, everybody's asking Philly and Dallas. What do I know about that game? Oh, I know Dallas got steamed at 3.5. At 3.5. I know that. Dallas has definitely gotten sharp money at 3.5. And what else? Let me look at that total. Dude, these next couple weeks are going to be fire. We got the Thanksgiving Day games, those 4 days, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. This next week is going to be sick. There's so many opportunities. People are home doing nothing but eating and betting. Wise guys like live for those 4 days. Then after that, we're going to have the freaking football bowl games. You'll see, you know what we've done the last 8-10 years, bowl games, playoffs, college basketball. Those power ratings are tightening up. Rest assured what's coming. Same thing that happened in college freaking football. I kind of lean. The lines move too much. Lines move too much in Philly, Dallas. I don't like Dallas. I'll tell you. I know it's the sharp side, but I don't love them. I could understand the 3.5, but yeah, this next couple of weeks is the best freaking time for gambling. And then like up until New Year's Day, like we had that whole December up until New Year's, because then it's like actually all of January. What the fuck are we talking about? Then the next like 10 weeks is the best 10 weeks. The final like 10 now of November, then all of December and all of January, because that's when the NFL playoffs are in, national championship and all that stuff. College basketball's in full swing. They're playing conference games. Yeah, see that? Chicago, Pittsburgh going steaming over. Glad we stayed off of that. Sometimes doesn't matter the result. Now we'd be in the hope business. We'd be hoping. And right, we're not in the hope business. Yeah, the Bulls, honestly, I don't think we've had a losing bowl season that I've been at Wager Talk. Like we've had really, really, really good bowl seasons and playoffs. Green Bay 6.5. If I had to bet the game, like if I had a gun to my head, I'd take Minnesota. I would take Minnesota. If I had to bet the game, I would. I don't like it though. I don't like the game. But if I had to bet it, I think it's a little bit high for a divisional game. But maybe it's high for a reason. And, Minnesota's played actually better on the road than they have at home, which usually is the case when you're a veteran, like a team that's expected to be in the playoffs and you suck. Having the pressure of home sucks. You have to hear all the reporters, all that. When they go on the road, a lot of times the pressure's off. Yeah, and Green Bay, don't forget, Green Bay's got Detroit on deck on Thanksgiving. So are they going to get caught looking ahead? I don't know. Maybe. But it's definitely a possible look ahead spot. That's for sure. All right, I'm going to refresh one more time, and then I'll get you boys and girls out of here. Hopefully, you make some money today. Make some money the rest of the year and ahead. God bless you and yours. I appreciate you spending this hour with me. And honestly, whether you follow or fade, I really do hope you make some money. I'm not booking you, so it's not my money you're taking. You should disagree with me. We all have opinions. You guys handicap your own stuff. You're sports fans. We're going to disagree. We should disagree. It's a market. People disagree. And that's okay. Hopefully when the dust settles, we all make some money. So you guys have a great day. I love you guys. Remember, Steam Sheet's up and running, baby. We've perfected it, I'm pretty sure. Today being able to only narrow down to 8, 6, 4% and 2 3s and having that many in there, yeah, it's going good. So Get all the kinks out. So January 1st, be here before we know it. I love you guys. God bless you and yours, man. God bless you and your families. You're in my prayers. And thank you for your freaking support. You guys are awesome. We almost hit 2,000. Love you, man. We'll be doing this soon. Remember, every week, every Sunday leading in the kickoff, we are here. We are here. Guys, have a great day. 8 premiums and a whole lot of shit. Don't forget, later game subscribers. Later games are coming. Saints games that I talked about. The, what was that other game that I talked about? Oh, the Raiders, Cleveland, Dallas, Eagles, Sunday. We're on a run on Sunday nights, Monday nights, like those primetime games. We are on a run. Thursday, the primetime Thursday night. I think we're on like a 13-4 run. Now 14. We hit the Houston. We hit Houston over Buffalo Thursday. Check back for Sunday night. I wait for Sunday night, Monday night. I have my strong lean, but then I wait for some confirmation that's worked. I don't want to rock the boat. It has worked. So I wait. After those early games go, we look for some line adjustment. If it happens, we do A. If it doesn't happen, we do B. So far, so good. You guys have a great day. God bless you and yours.